fucking money, no. You hoes is broke, yeah. You ain't getting money, hoe. Bitch, I'm getting cheddar. You a brokey and we all know. Ho, I could never. Diamond girls, we run the show. Running shit forever. Hope you ready, here we go. Ho, I could never. You ain't getting money, hoe. Bitch, I'm getting cheddar. You a brokey and we all know. Ho, I could never. Diamond girls, we run the show. Running shit forever. Hope you ready, here we go. Ho, I could never. We show up and we pop out. Do it big, go all out. You better hold your bitch before I knock out. I came here for a good time. I ain't tryna bring the cops out. Me and all my bitches, we gon' rock out. We diamond girls, we rule the world. Guess that's why you hate me.
I specifically got a message saying, well, I read it in the group chat, which I don't have everybody numbers saved in the group chat. People saying that they got a new house and asked for the location and it got sent to me.
Okay.
So,
But when you say people, did you hear from Princess? Hey y'all, the show's continuing on. We got another house. This is where we're going to film it.
no, I did not hear that from you.
Okay. Did anybody tell you Princess said it?
Nobody said anything. Nobody said that you said anything, but the group chats that we was in, they said that we got a new house.
I was when she's on the phone that we was over there and Mark was on his way and to come over.
And they also
And
said
we was there that night. So
and they also said that we were supposed to be doing something with you. You know, like I'm a part of the cast, so I don't speak to you directly about everything. You know, so
But I know you didn't get it from Stacey, and I know you didn't get it from Shanika. So I'm just like, how did all of this even become a part? I fuck with Emma, but I done heard through the grapevine a lot that she's trying to steal my show.
Bitch, I hope the fuck you do. You'll be a dead son of a bitch, I tell you that.
I know Dottie over there, she been staying over there for a few days and I was okay with that. So she does have a camera person. Then I'm hearing she called Jmyrick, my other camera person. But I think a lot of people is missing and y'all don't really know me to know that there's not one person that works for me that do it all. If I got a cameraman, I got 3 or 4, 5 of them. If I got an assistant, I got 3 or 4, 5 of them. Anybody that work for me, they know there's a backup from a backup. Anything that I don't say directly, if it don't come from me, the best next person in line is gonna be Shanika, Tanya, or Stacey. That's my circle. That's my circle. And I don't think any of them said that that's where we were going, that's what we were doing. I made it very clear when I walked and left the other house that we were postponing it. I didn't tell y'all why we were postponing it, but we were postponing it because everything that we had set up for the show, all the meetings that we have been through and fighting to get y'all recognition, we knew who was coming on the show. We got a whole night set up at the club, specifically for you.
I can't stand you ungrateful bitches. You ungrateful bitches need Jesus.
We went to, what was the name of that club? We went to Lush with an invitation. That wasn't our night. At this point, with the girls that we have left, you're our only diamond girl that works at Lush. So the night that we had was canceled due to the snow. Our night, we coming to support you. We was coming to support you. The club deaded it because of safety reasons. Everything, that's why I said let's cancel it. Let's postpone it. Y'all diamond girls, y'all all gonna get y'all shine. Y'all all gonna have y'all day. Everything was set up perfectly, which is why I chose to dead it. Yeah, y'all didn't hear it from me directly. Now, how y'all doing? Y'all able to y'all in the house, diamond girls, let's roll. Yes, I was over here and stuff.
Yes, yeah, babe.
Like, I'm literally lost how we even got to this point. I don't think anybody heard me say, Princess is getting another house for the diamond girls. Did y'all hear from me? Nobody heard from me. Did y'all hear from Shanika? Delicious. Stacey. If it don't come from these 3, it surely didn't come from me. It didn't come from me, but y'all still chose to go. So I'm just asking, how did we end up there? Not we, y'all.
I'm coming from out of town, so I just wanted to know what was the next house we were going to. I thought we were reconvening at whatever this new house was at Emma's house. So we all met over there, right? We were missing some girls. They were talking about, oh, we got this Airbnb.
That wasn't funny to y'all? That some of the
Where
girls didn't
was
go.
everybody? I stayed at the first house
And
for the
some said they
longest
were
time.
real
Yeah.
Like,
But I'm not gonna lie, some of the other girls that couldn't play, cause they listened. It didn't come from me, they listened. So now they looking at y'all like, nobody heard it from me. Nobody heard it from me, nobody heard it from my staff.
My thing is, when we heard that the show was being postponed, a solution came up. A house was got that wasn't supposed to be a house for us. That's why I didn't know. I wasn't one person.
And see, that's the
When they said postpone and they had a conversation and she sent to that group, we're gonna resume and after the storm, it should have been left as that.
But see, the messages I kept getting, it was like, oh, like, Princess, like, we're working on your stuff. Like, today we was gonna do something for you. Like, you had stuff planned for us today. Like, that's what I was getting out of all of this today. Like, literally, literally.
You know what? And you know what today was?
But
Do you know what today was? Do you know what today was?
Yes,
Today is Tuesday. Today was your day. Today was the day we were supposed to be at the club for you. How are we gonna do that? So no, that was my itinerary for the day. Can't happen. You know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow's your day. We supposed to be at the club to support you when you perform. That's not gonna happen. That club is postponed the whole day. I paid for 2 sessions, bro. I've been to 6 meetings. 6 meetings with this one club to make that happen. I got 2 rappers on the show. You don't think we need to see that? It's postponed. That's why I said if the house wasn't an issue. The house was never the issue. It was the events that I've been in, meeting after meeting after meeting, to make it happen. Y'all don't realize my team barely been asleep in like 3 days. And that's the team that I hired for the show. But my assistants, we've been working on this show for 4 months, day in, day out. Sleepless nights, restless nights, trying to put this show to the. Then I'm hearing from other people that you was all about to see him, you. And I'm just like, dang, I'm supposed to tell y'all itinerary. I'm supposed to take you to the club and hand you my phone. Do your thing.
It wasn't until today.
That's what I've been calling. That's what I've been calling her. That's what she was saying to her. I didn't even know her name until like yesterday.
So you telling me you got a woman that you don't know come to tell you the next move? That's crazy.
And no, it was actually I was going with that because it was seeing about her because she from out of town and she was not feeling comfortable. It was actually just a house to go to if you didn't have nothing going on during the snowstorm. It wasn't supposed to be nothing more than that. It wasn't. If we was talking about business, it was not gonna be anything stepping on your toes. Never that.
No key.
Never that.
And I said I will leave. When we said this show was going to be postponed, I said, okay, I will go home so I can continue getting my affairs in order.
You did.
And
You did.
then she said she was gonna stay because the house was there.
Wait, y'all said the
Because the
house
house is here staying.
and
But y'all,
stayed
I heard you
and
say that, but
went
you
through the
still
snowstorm.
didn't hear it.
But I got something to say because last night people was coming up with challenges last night saying this is what made me even think that the show was still going on because people was coming up
She
with
didn't
challenges.
give you a challenge. She didn't give you a challenge. She didn't give you a challenge. Can't nobody cut y'all but
But
me.
it's like what? Me because if it wasn't you, it was nothing going
But
on.
I mean, come on.
She said that last night, but what she made it seem like in the beginning that it was gonna be a business as usual. And then she literally said that she said last night.
Yeah.
So she didn't paint that picture from jump.
I just know that they said that you was coming over the end of the discussion.
Yeah,
I heard your whole
she
crew.
said that
She
you
was
was
coming over there.
I literally went there because I told you to come to my house. But I literally went my whole reason in my life. My whole reason for going over there was to drop food and water off for you. I was like, that's what she wants to say. That's what she wants to be. I know she's not town. I'm not gonna leave her like that. Let me go take her some water. Let me go take her some
When
food.
you
I
said
knew
you what did I tell you? What did I tell you? I said I wanted to
be.
be with my diamond sisters. Did I not?
You was vibe out of bitches chilling. Trying to see what
I
it
was
is
trying to
is because
hear
we here
about
for you.
to make
You know what I'm saying?
entrepreneurial
We here for
connections.
you.
So
So
what's going on?
I would like for y'all to understand how I feel. Play like I'm literally in my feelings. I heard a lot of stuff. No, literally heard and seen a lot of stuff.
And when she
The
walked
right
in
vibe.
the motherfucker and said, Diamond Girls, let's ride, ain't nobody roll but her.
we was hanging our ass. And look, my
I
bag was in the car. My bag was in the car with you.
I think I was
My bag was in the car already. I was getting her bag. She got boo big bag.
It wasn't until I heard him kind of say, all you diamond girls get out. And that's when I woke up and I said, what's going on? And somebody came up the stairs and said,
Because we was laying down.
So I started packing my shit to get the fuck in my car. I didn't know where I was going next. I just knew I needed to get the fuck out of
And
the
I was
house.
helping her because I knew I seen her bag. I went up the stairs, I grabbed her bag. By the time I went to grab her bag and bring it to the door, when I looked outside, everybody was gone. And I don't know nobody. Then I end up calling you, and that's when I knew what was going on. And I'm like, what's the next move?
Because I walked out the door, I said, Princess, I'm leaving.
You did.
I said I'm leaving, and you said, wait.
You did. And when I went over this morning, thinking you was leaving, you the last nigga out the house. I said, oh,
That's why I was getting her bag. I was getting her
They told me there
bag.
was going to be something going on, so I'm not getting dressed. I look in, and Lil Vinny knocked the fuck out. Everybody was lit. I was like, oh shit. I'm not about to get up and get dressed up here and have everybody up here and be sitting here ready that ain't nobody doing shit. So I took a fucking nap.
And that's the same thing. We was knocked out, and we heard everything going on, and we started packing our stuff. So I didn't even go downstairs when everything was going on because I was packing my stuff. Period. That's how my stuff ended up in the car.
And what did I say? I said, Princess is about to feel real slight.
And that's why I say I don't ever want it to keep messing like that because I don't want you to feel like that because I'm here for you. I'm a diamond girl. I'm here for you.
Like,
that's why I ain't gonna lie. Especially with you, I took it personally. Because out of all the girls I seen before the show started, who was promoting the show before it started?
And you know that.
I seen you promoting. So when I see y'all two jump first, it blew me because y'all the ones I went to bat for during these meetings. I already knew what was coming to me. I already knew. But I went to bat and post Stacy because the meetings that I couldn't make, I sent Stacy. And we've been to meeting after meeting after meeting to make this show happen for y'all, for the girls that we knew for a fact was coming and was going to make this show. Miss Shay, I just found out what it is that you do. I think it's lovely. I think it's great. You in a house full of women. When we start this back up, I would like to see you sharing more and talking more about your products. I feel like all of y'all have a platform, and believe it or not, I might have not have did the work, but somebody did the work for me. I know you'll follow me. I know you'll follow. None of y'all can sit here and lie and say y'all have been as viral as y'all have been since I started making posts about y'all. This is the beginning. I literally put blood, sweat, tears. My budget for this show was 20 bands. I think we had 30, 34?
If not more.
If not thousands. I'm talking thousands of dollars. So for y'all to let a woman come in and pay $600 for Airbnb is diabolical.
It's diabolical.
Diabolical.
Like y'all just.
We at 42,000. I'm at $42,000. Some niggas don't even make that a year.
Damn.
Yeah, $42,000 I put into this show. So for y'all to let somebody come in and pay $600 for a damn Airbnb and try to take over my show is crazy.
But I feel like they wasn't really like
They
didn't switch over.
Yeah.
I just feel like it wasn't gonna try. I just feel like it wasn't gonna try. They was just waiting to see what
y'all
was
had
happening.
collaborated. Because after y'all had that meeting, I assumed y'all had made a decision.
I assume she worked for you. That's what I.
I
worked for you.
She was giving that.
That was the.
We all thought this girl worked for you. After y'all had your meeting, we assumed that shit was all put together, and y'all are telling us shit, contestants, to do stuff that we supposed to do. So yeah, we gonna listen.
If y'all
Thinking
didn't
that y'all are getting shit together. But that's on me for assuming some shit. I swear to God, that is on me.
I think the last thing that I said to the group, and I'm reconsidering it, is that after this snow cleared up, because I didn't want to put my camera in the snow, bro. I did that shit for y'all because I didn't want to put nobody in danger. My husband is gone. He done left. He can't believe that I'm actually really still doing this. I done put so much into it. I refuse to let this thing die. When I was at 25,000, people told me I was fucking crazy. Bitch, ain't no way. I said, Stacey, get it out the oven, please.
I did.
Bring one.
Icing.
said that we were going to have a meeting, and I was going to take y'all's input on where y'all wanted to get the next house in the next 4 days. I was going to give y'all an option of the city, or we were going to stay here because everything is already paid for. We're just waiting on everything to open back up, basically. We might still have that meeting, and I'll listen to y'all opinions. We might not. We might not, because I really feel played. I feel super played right now. And that's it. That's all I gotta say. That's all that I really have to say about it. I said how I felt. At this point, I feel like we at war now. We gonna go. We at war now.
Pimping while they simping, but don't you get it twisted.
How do you feel about what transpired this morning? When you saw Princess headed to the house.
I wasn't with them, but I had been there the previous night, and everything that I witnessed, I just wasn't feeling. It seemed like it was an ulterior motive. My antennas went up quick. It was a red flag. I don't know what the true intentions was, but I knew that somebody was trying to do some personal gain on themselves.
How do you feel about the way that she conducts it?
She's been on point with a lot of business. She knows how to delegate responsibility and put everything where it needs to be in the hands of the right person. She's a very loyal and dedicated boss. She looks out for her people.
How do you feel about the response from the other girls as far as their response to Princess and and her accomplishments and what she's trying to do with the Diamond Girls? How do you feel about their response to that?
Which girls?
All of them.
On the show?
That are on the show.
For the most part, I'm seeing that everyone is on her side. It was a little touch and go with a few of them, so I'm not sure what's going on. And then the ones that dropped out, we didn't even need to acknowledge them because obviously they just ain't worth it. It's just not there.
Do you think that with the other group that just kind of sprung up,
CMPM?
Yeah. Do you think that there's some type of altercation that could possibly happen or something going on? I don't want to say altercation, but some type of misinformation that went on, or I don't know. But do you feel that there's some tension there?
Oh, most definitely there's some tension there. And I feel like if they want war, they can have it. If they wanted to go there, they can, because Princess got a team that's going to die for her.
How do you feel about the other group?
I never trusted them. It was always a red flag. I felt like somebody wanted to have control, and they wanted it to be their way or no way. Hence the reason why they inserted themselves and made decisions that were clearly said no to, because they wanted to get content for their own shit. So it's just like, no, I never trusted the other side.
Let me ask you something. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 meaning, hey, all of these girls that came in that, they're 100% behind Princess, and 1 meaning, hey, it's more of a show. How would you rate the ones that are staying, their response to Princess, especially when we talk about moving forward? Moving
forward with the girls that we still have left, rating them on that scale, I would say we had about a solid 8.59. I need some of the other girls to kind of get some shit in tow, kind of put themselves in the right place.
What you think that would be? I mean, what would that look like?
Number 1, loyalty, dedication. I need for them to realize, check your sources, check your resources, make sure that you have the facts. If you ain't hear from her main team, it don't go. It don't fly.
Hearing messages, especially from somebody that's trying to insert themselves inside of someone else's organization, kind of seem like you're trying to start one with inside one. I would say treason or espionage or something like that.
Yeah, you in the right ballpark. I feel like, she act like she was here for Princess, and Princess's friend wanting to be dedicated to her project. You had your own ulterior motive. You want to get some gain off of this and promote your own shit. It's not about to happen. Not as long as we can peep the scene and go ahead and change that narrative. We're not going to give you no shine. If you want to do it, perfectly fine. Do it on your own dime and your own time.
kind of like a divide and conquer.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What was the reasoning for you being in the house yesterday? Was it yesterday or today? Last night. What's the reasoning behind you being in the house last night?
The reason for me being in the house last night is because I stupidly assumed that that's where we were all meeting up. And I wanted to be with my sisters. I could have been literally anywhere, but I wanted to make sure business was going to continue on. The show must go on. So I thought that's where the show was going to continue on. So I'm there for it. Where the camera at is where I'm going to be at. They had a cameraman there. They said everything was going to resume there. So I stayed there.
What was your experience while you were there?
Well, one, I got to eat more hot meals, and that was delicious. My experience there it was a lot of talk of doing business work, doing business games, getting the Diamond Girls together to do business things. So I thought we were back onto the right track. This shit funny. This shit funny.
Talk to me. Let's talk about it.
This shit's so fucking funny. Everything was everywhere. And after all the fights, and I thought the cast or the crew had already had a meeting and spoke about it. Then they came to us, and our house mom spoke to us and said everything is stopped. We're going to wait.
What do you feel the disconnect came in?
I feel like the disconnect for the whole show was poor compartmentalizing the organization. Everybody wanted to be a star, but not everybody can be me. So while the world is continuing on, Lady Nashay has business to take care of.
Let me ask you something.
I thought we were going to conduct business in all the houses continuously because my plan was to make money every day, especially while we were here. There was supposed to be an itinerary. Honestly, I can't say where the disconnect is.
Let me ask you something else. I'm seeing the passion that you have for being here. Compared to the rest of the people that's in the house with you, that's left. Do you see that same passion, in them, compared to yourself?
No.
And why is that? What you think? What you think the reason for that is?
The reason why I feel like I'm more passionate about this, I don't have an excuse. Excuses are tools of the incompetent. There is no excuses. We have to get things done and we have to boss up, but it seems like everybody else got an excuse for something.
Moving forward, what's your thoughts on that? Coming past the snowstorm, moving forward, where do you see you, as far as like with the Diamond Girls and in comparison to the other girls that are around you? The other women, the other ladies that are around you, excuse me.
Regarding the weather, the snow's so beautiful. I already had my lingerie set picked out to go take some photos out there, do a little cute photo shoot and put that on the Diamond Girls. I'm starting my shit all over again. So if this is where I get to start, I'm going to make sure it's big and I want it to be real nice. And here I am all the way from out of town in beautiful Lake Charles, Louisiana. I want to represent where I'm from everywhere, even here. And they know me big. So Princess is giving us an opportunity
to be big. I'm ready to blow up. Everybody's seeing my business plan. They see that I'm serious about my business and what we're trying to do because there's so many levels to it. But yeah, no, the other girls, they can, I get it. I'm their competition, but they're not mine.
What happened between you and the Juicy?
Juicy was drunk. Juicy was running her mouth all day. A lot of people had been sparing her. Juicy was just talking way too much for her own good. And I was in the restroom. I was taking a bath, and Juicy, I had my door open. She can't close my door. I opened my door. She held the door open while I was in the restroom, and I eventually got the door open, and me and her exchanged a few words, and we threw a few hands, and we had a second round.
You had a second round?
Yeah, it was, I could call it a second round.
So the first round wasn't enough?
I mean,
what transpired to bring about the second round?
I mean, well, once somebody puts their hands on you, it's a different story. We had so many people in the room with us, so it really was just like a quick situation when it happened. She wanted to fight me again, so we fought.
Moving forward, what do you think about her, and do you think things will be, eventually resolved?
I mean, it never was a real problem from the beginning. Like, we're all grown women, and everybody deserves their own space. And as much as I'm gonna respect you, you should respect me also. So, I mean, I don't never have a problem. I don't have a problem unless you do. So, I mean,
what do you think? Like, what do you think is the beef between you two?
it's no beef. If somebody said they got a problem with me, that's their problem. It's no beef.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lady in the shade. What happened with the Juicy and your things being, like, explain something. Something was thrown around. What happened?
So I was there for the start of the fight. Whenever we're in the house, it just was crazy. I was there for the start of the fight, and then one of the Diamond girls who got slapped, and someone said run, and she ran and locked the door. We were trying to help her out, survive, and not not get killed. And then as we're trying to calm her down, and Dottie come through the door swinging, she accidentally hit somebody else in the midst of all this, but that turned into a whole nother something. So while they out there doing their thing, they come in and run and say, "Lady in the shade, they throwing your dicks."
Wow. Explain that, the throwing other dicks. Like, when you walked in.
What did you have to do?
Well, after they said that they were throwing the dicks, my company, Kiss, Keep It Super Sexy, is the only person that throws that dick. Only person that slay that dick. And the fact that they came in and said someone else was throwing my dicks.
Kind of felt a little
personal. Because you're just not playing with my dicks. You also playing with my money. You playing with my business. You playing with my livelihood. You playing with the food in my kid's mouth. You playing with her tuition. You playing with everything that I came down here with to make something of myself with. Which means if you are playing with my life, I get to play with yours. But they were touched by an angel that day. Because a little sweet face came around and looked at me to make sure, please don't make a third fight right now.
When you say little sweet face, who was the third?
Little sister Stacy. She was in there really trying to hold her own, make sure everybody was calm. But she's just so cute. So I knew everybody knew we didn't want that to happen. We didn't want that to happen in the house. We didn't want that to happen with each other, with the staff. But, I mean, disrespect is disrespect. They gonna talk their shit. They better be able to throw them hands as well as they can throw that lip. So there they were. I made sure that I let Dottie know, you got one coming when you play with my business. I won't play with yours. Don't play with mine.
Now, the other fight, the one that you said after this particular incident that you had mentioned, I think it was about Dottie, or was it Juicy? The Juicy?
It was Juicy and Dottie.
What
Yeah.
did you see there? Like
That by the time I came out of whatever and they were fighting and whatnot, I was trying to take care of Mia more. She was having a rough time. So I hope I helped her get it together, but if you're gonna be a diamond girl, you cannot depend on people to pull you out the rough. You gonna have to shake back on your own. And if you can't do that yet, that's fine. Take your time to do that, but take that time out of the house. Get out the way because I got money to get.
and cut. You know, when we talk about the fights that transpired on the show,
Well,
you were there for pretty much all of them, correct?
yes, indeed. Where you want to start?
Let's start from the beginning. Start with the first one.
Okay, that night, the night of the club, Lush Lounge, first day in the house. First thing that pop off is Miss Shanika, our house mom, Diamond Mistress, and Fancy. So I'm like, the staff started off first. It just was everybody trying to get organized, everybody everywhere. And in the midst of it, Miss Fancy got slapped.
Wow.
Yes, she wouldn't move out of the way to allow people to get organized and everything else. Apparently, she was just standing around. I don't know. That's more so a question for her. You know, I can just give what I saw and heard. But for my team, we got you. You would have to get the dirty depths of it from each one of them sides.
Got a different perspective. Everybody's seeing
Yes.
the same thing, but everybody's going to see it in
a different way.
Let's talk about the second.
Okay. We get back. Everything is chill. I'm sitting in the kitchen with Lottie Dottie, everybody in their respective rooms, doing what they doing. They was told a multitude of times. 30-minute warning, security's about to leave. Diamond Mistress about to leave. 20-minute warning, 10-minute warning. I don't know if they was just partying too much or what, but I thought it was cool. They all went to their rooms, settled down, was chilling. Next thing I know, me and Dottie sitting in there having a conversation about just everything. She's sitting me while waiting for my ride, so I can go ahead and go for the evening. Mia Moore interjects herself into our conversations and proceeds to start off with the African dance, and then it turned into her referencing monkeys in regards to Lottie Dottie and elephants, and then saying that she had more African ties than all of us. Now, mind you, a lot of people don't know her background, but she looks Mexican, Puerto Rican, something like that. But she's a Heinz 57.
You're in a house full of black
people. So making a comment about you have connections to monkeys and elephants and talking about your connections to Nigeria and Lagos and you got more African descent than all of us kind of rubbed Dottie the wrong way because of her true African descent. Mm-hmm. She is Nigerian. So she took offense to that. Mind you, she was already hopped up on drinking. We had been drinking, all that good stuff. So it did not help. It exacerbated it. The next thing I know, everything breaks out. She ends up slapping the fuck out of Mia Moore. Mia Moore proceeds to run down the hall and lock herself in Juicy, Vibes, and Nia Lachey's room. I go down there, try to let her know that she has been being fucking annoying. She's been living on a liquid diet. She needed to kind of change it up, calm down, eat something, or if you're not going to eat something, go lay your ass down and go to bed. Because you done rubbed everybody the wrong way. Whether it was an intentional thing or an unintentional thing, you still did it. Accept it, stop talking back, go lay down. Wasn't having it. She still was talking. Dottie was not going to stop. As long as she was still talking, Dottie wasn't going to stop. Dottie busted in that room. She gave fair warning. She told her, bitch, bring your ass out here. Come out here now. She didn't do it. Dottie busted in the room. Hit Mia Moore. We all stepped back. Next thing you know, it's just Allison interjected herself into a situation. And this leads into the third fight. Allison is arguing with Lottie Dottie, and oh my goodness, here we go.
And it went from.
It literally, if I keep going, it all manifested itself in a straight forward thing. It was no break. Leaving out of that room after she hit Mia Moore, and Allison says that she got hit in the process. I don't know. It didn't look like it, but it caused the Juicy to come all the way the fuck out. The Juicy went the fuck off, and the next thing I know, she had argued with Lottie Dottie, asked her, bitch, you want to fuck me or fight me? Pick one. Then started throwing Neil Lachey's dicks all over the house, and then Juicy jumps off the table. She said, before she jumped off the table, she said, I'll line all these bitches up one by one. I'm sick of these hoes. I'm sick of these bitches. Some of them got to go. Jumped off the table after the dicks was flown. And that's when the fight between her and Dottie broke out, and she got tagged. I ain't gonna lie. It just was bad all the way around. And she still didn't stop after that. You want to hear about that?
Yeah.
Okay, after that, she proceeds to get brought down to the other end of the house into the room. And she's having a meeting with all of us. But in the midst of that, Persuasion was in the bathtub. She was recouping. She had a little bit too much to drink. And so she was shaking herself back. As she's shaking herself back, she is hearing Allison make her comments about all the girls. And mind you, this is the room that Snow and Persuasion had. So kind of are in their territory, regardless of if we brought you in there or not. So you really shouldn't have addressed it, in my opinion. But she did. Persuasion said something back to her, told her to shut the fuck up, stop addressing her, all this other stuff. And then here come the Juicy signature saying, you want to fuck me or fight me? You was just in my face, trying to be all in my ass, da 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 da. So Persuasion, she gets out, she puts on her clothes, comes to the living room. Miss Princess, me, Shanika, we all got our respective spots. People got their cameras on their phones, as you all will see, and we started to film. Miss Princess asked, do you really want to do this? Do you really want to fight with Persuasion? Your face is already how it is. Do you really want to do this? Or are you just hyped up? She said yes. We all got out the way. Everything proceeded to roll. And her and Persuasion towed down, and Persuasion got the better of her because that face ended up all over the place again. We felt bad, but we was like, she asked for it. So
moving forward, do you see any resolutions coming in forward?
I do feel that she can let it go because she knows what she signed up for. So moving forward, I feel like it was a learning lesson. Leave certain battles alone. Definitely don't interject. If she would have never got into certain situations for Mia Moore, because I had said multiple times, you can't save everybody. I don't care if she was inebriated. At that point, when Mia Moore didn't want to shut up, you should have listened to me and stepped out the way and just let Dottie have her. She a grown woman. Don't interject yourself in other people's business.
Okay. Well, you know, the two sides of every story, and
you gotta get their sides. I have my own opinion. It is my opinion, and I'm gonna stick with my opinion. But yes, like I said, it's my side, all the other people's sides, and then the truth. You'll never know the truth because you're just gonna have the different sides.
All right. Well, thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Bitches, I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of bitches that didn't come here for what the fuck I came here for. So, like I said, I want to be able to leave with something besides like coming here and thinking I'm gonna win just the fucking money, you know? Because that's not my motive when I come into this, you know? Because everybody built a bond here, and I'm not saying like we're friends, but we all have understanding. So at the end of the day, somebody do something wrong, or if I just feel like you're not here for it, then
Princess. I remember you looking at me, and you're the boss. You run this. Your eyes can venture off. But let's start off with me. Concerning the fights, let's start with the first one that you saw. Okay. You know, from the first audition. And I don't mean to take you off course, but I want to talk about that. What was your thoughts on that?
The first fight that happened at the auditions, honestly, I didn't see it coming. It kind of came out the blue. It was entertaining and unexpected. It should have never happened.
What about the second one?
It was 2 fights at the audition.
The second audition. I mean, for the second audition, where the second fight happened.
Oh, so while we were doing auditions, a lady did run up in there and wreck shop. She came in there like a ninja, I'll say. She came in there like a ninja, and that was completely unexpected. She came out of nowhere. I don't think nobody even knew who she was except for the girl that she was coming after. But I think she was kind of taken by surprise as well. Yeah.
I didn't kind of see that, after, when you think about the aftermath. Moving forward, y'all, I know y'all went to the club. What happened over there? Once y'all, got to the club, leaving the pop-up shop. I know y'all went to the club, and
No, we went to the club. We had a good time, man. Everything was good at the club. I think I had taken care of or paid for like 15 people to get in. I went in first and I paid for like 15 people to get in. Of course, my diamond girls. There was some people there that wasn't diamond girls that was saying that they was diamond girls just to get in for free or to walk in with us. But it was an issue with one of my friends. One of my friends who had got left outside. Two or three of them that got left outside.
I failed at what I had said earlier when I mentioned about a fight at the club. It wasn't at the club. Let me rephrase that. When the first night in the house, I understand that there was something with the staff.
Which one? Something with this.
Between Miss Fancy.
Okay, yeah. I ain't really want to talk about that one much, but since you asked, it was an altercation between Shanika and Fancy. I think Fancy went to use the restroom and Shanika was trying to do her makeup so we can get to the club. I believe Fancy may have said something to grind Shanika's gears, and Shanika may have reached across and slapped Fancy. I wish it wasn't done. I know Fancy got some personal stuff going on right now, so she's like super duper emotional, and she did not deserve what happened to her. But her and Shanika have been feuding for a while, so I mean, something was bound to happen eventually.
Okay. Moving on to the altercation between Mia Moore and Dottie. What's your perspective on that?
So I wasn't there. I was actually at my house. I left these girls alone for 1 hour and all hell broke loose. From what I heard, Mia Moore said that she was more African than Dottie and also called Dottie a monkey. Now, a lot of people believe or think that Mia Moore is Hispanic and she ain't black, but she is black. But Dottie took it personal. Dottie is very strong about her heritage and where she came from and whatnot. So she may have taken what Mia Moore said out of context and commenced to slapping the dog shit out of her.
Now I know that particular altercation between Mia Moore and Dottie also led to another altercation.
Yes. So while Mia Moore and Dottie was getting into it, I heard that Allison kind of stepped in the middle of them and was trying to break them up. And Dottie took that as though Allison, Big Juicy was, I guess bucking on her or whatever. But Dottie fought Allison as well that night. They both fought.
Now I understand that it didn't stop from there though. It continued on.
It did continue on. From what I heard, Allison was jumping on tables and, calling Dottie out, and Dottie was throwing dinglings at Allison. And it got a little rowdy, it got a little hype, and they fought. Yeah. I got the call from Stacy. Stacy called me all freaked out, and whatnot. I think she was about to cry because she didn't know what to do post Stacy. So when I got there, Allison or Miss Juicy was still crunk and still trying to fight. We had to calm her down. In the midst of me taking Allison, Big Juicy, to go talk to her, she was emotional and crying and talking to me and telling me what was going on. And Asia was in the bathroom, and Asia was ad-lipping while me and Allison were having a conversation. Next thing you know, Juicy is telling Asia to be quiet and shut up and get out the conversation and mind her business. Asia wasn't feeling that, so then they commenced to fighting as well. So Big Juicy had a heck of a night that night. I asked Juicy several times, is she sure that she wanted to fight? I asked Asia once or twice. She was with it. So if that's what y'all want to do, we're gonna make it happen. And so that's what we did.
Yeah. Moving forward towards the, past the storm. You see any resolutions, any sit downs, any private conversations between the cast to have them, hash their own issues out that they may possibly have with one another?
I believe there's more to life than just fighting and arguing and drama, especially with the girls that we have chosen and selected that's still on the cast. I believe individually they all have a lot of things going on in life that they would like to pursue. And they open their eyes one day and realize what it is that they're really trying to do. And yes, get past the drama and really look at the bigger picture of what's going on. Now, I'm not opposed to the drama and the rah-rah. I'm not opposed to it at all. It's great entertainment. But at the end of the day, we got plans here. And I hope they can open their eyes and see that.
What do you think that the challenges that you may have coming up in the future with the show for them, past the storm, the challenges that you're going to have them perform, participate in, do you think that'll bring them those ones that were at odds with each other? Do you think that can bring those ones together?
I do believe that a lot of the challenges that we have lined up will help us really figure out which girls are here to better their lives, better their businesses, and are here for the right reasons, rather than the girls that are just here for the clout or just to have fun and whatnot. A lot of these girls have, children and families and themselves to take care of. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, we thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. Look forward to the next interview.
Yeah. Just
Combination of both.
Okay.
Let's talk about last night. With someone stepping in, almost stepping in to take your place, or trying to start a new alliance somewhere.
Yes. So I did ask my friend Emma to come down here and be on my show. You know what I'm saying? She is another woman, and I do look at her as an equal. You know what I'm saying? She's another boss that I like to talk to time to time. I did ask her to come down here, as a friend, help me out a little bit and be on my show. I did do that. What I wasn't expecting was for her to come down here and try to take over my show. I do believe that I have a heck of a platform, and I don't mind sharing with nobody, but taking over, that's crazy.
Do you think that the women that went to that took her direction, that for that brief moment, do you think that she swayed them in any way?
Honestly, yes. Yeah, I do. Because I really can't fathom or understand or think of any reason why they would go to the house that she had got without me telling them or saying that, hey, y'all, this is the new move. This is the plan. I know they probably thought she was with me or on my team, but she's not on my team. We are friends. We do know each other, but we don't work together at all.
What's your thoughts on, walking up there this morning, knocking on the door, them answering, and your first contact with your friend who kind of overstepped her boundaries? What was your thoughts when you first saw her?
Actually, I went over there last night. She told me that she was gonna get a Airbnb for the ladies. She said she was gonna sit down with the girls and go over their business plans, which she wasn't there for the first day to realize that I've already done that. But from our conversation that she had with me last night, she said that's what she really wanted to do to help some of the girls out. To be perfectly honest, if Emma was to do that, she's a lot older than a lot of these ladies. Of course, she already knows how to write a business plan and, probably help them and show them some stuff. But honestly, this is a competition. So that's kind of cheating on, honestly. Not only that, she had a real calm demeanor, and I looked in her eyes last night, and she, talking to me, friend, I love you, and I'm doing this for you, friend. And, I agreed. And I was like, okay, ate dinner with her and, gave her a hug, leaving and everything, thank you for the help. But the next morning, my phone is blowing up from all the smack that was being talked over there. I'm hearing my whole camera crew is over there. I got my girls is on the way over there. And all that was news to me. I got people saying she said she came to take over. She was taking over. And from the looks of it, from the outside looking in, that's what it looked like she was on. But I'll be damned. Goddamn. Not on my watch. Baywatch, baby.
Do you think that there's a possible war brewing? Do you think y'all need to have a sit down before anything happens, or should just let things be whatever they be?
I mean, at this point, I do feel played. I do feel like, maybe a one-on-one conversation or something needs to be had. I would really like to know, like, where's she at? Like, where's she at? Why would she try to stab me in the back or try to get my girls and talk smack about me behind my back like they wasn't going to run and come tell me? I think more than anything, my feelings is just hurt. Like, I really thought we was here. I thought we was here.
Yo, the boy and all that water, bitch, I'm finna slap your son. Cause that's the only way your pussy ass gon' get your hit you with this bitch.